Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Upkick MMA episode 515. I am Brendan. UFC 321 Aspinall versus Gone. Okay, we're not going to talk about the main card here, all right? The disappointment that was, the way that it ended. If you're looking for me to complain about that stuff, it's in the last video. This is going to be the prelims. Nasrat Haqparast taking on Quillan Salkilld. Oh man, what a knockout that was, for a lot of reasons. But we're going to talk about the prelims here. If you like MMA and you like people talking about MMA and interacting with this stuff, subscribe to the channel. That when the next video is coming out, I'd really appreciate it. Let's get into it. Okay. Not a lot of strikes thrown. Not a lot landed. So Haqparast came out looking real good. Man, he's so fast. He's avoiding the takedowns. Salkilld was really reaching for those things. And I was like, when this fight started to get going, I was not worried necessarily, but really looking at Haqparast possibly wearing Salkilld down and putting it on him later. You know, using that striking that he has, that crisp boxing and that pressure. But no, just a huge head kick from Salkilld puts Haqparast down, and my first thought wasn't, oh shit, that was cool. It was, I hope he's okay. All credit to Salkilld. Absolutely nothing to take away from him. He did nothing wrong here. Excellent win. Great knockout. What an awesome kick. Perfect. Just perfect. Absolutely fantastic. That being said, I hope Haqparast is all right. I said it to my friends, like, he got knocked out and then he's twitching on the ground. It took him forever to come back. Haqparast has a really good chin, and this is one of those knockouts that could change that. I hope it doesn't. I hope he's fine. I hope his brain is fine. More importantly, I hope he's healthy. I hope all that. And then I hope that his fighting career doesn't take a huge hit because of his, a hit to his durability. I hope that's not the case. I hope he's okay. All right. I'm all for knockouts. I love them. I was telling my friends, like, we heard it as we walked away for a second and then, ran back and replayed it. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't know what it is. But when I see someone get knocked out like that, my first thought is literally, I hope that he's all right. Not that, oh shit, that was badass. Oh, so fucking cool. High five. Yeah, bro. Like, no. I just hope he's okay. Great win for Salkilld, though. Called out. He wants somebody in the top 15. Let's go. Ikram Aliskerov versus Jung Park. It was a fight. Not a lot of excitement going on here. Aliskerov really leaned on his wrestling as the fight went on. A lot of grappling exchanges, a lot of control. It just really trying to avoid fighting. A lot of fouls from Aliskerov as well. He tried to rip his shorts off on the takedown. He got criticized by Rich Mitchell. I like him as a referee. He's very clear about what he's saying. Tries to rip his shorts off in the first one. A lot of sloppy stuff from him. Decent striking too. He's not like he wasn't. He had sloppy entries with the striking, but decent damage. Like, he outstruck him 35-17 in that first round. Second round, Jung Park actually outstruck him. And Aliskerov, caught the cup with a teep kick, gets warned for grabbing the fence. So he's using all of his free fouls here. All right, he's using all of them. He's just going for one of each, I guess. Ridiculous. Park worked his way back up after getting taken down, but it was just too much control for Aliskerov for Park to overcome it. He just did not do enough damage on the feet. And I figured Aliskerov started to look tired. If Park can put it on him, which he started to do kind of. He did put some damage on him, but he just got taken down and controlled again. Aliskerov found a way to get it done with takedowns. Not the most exciting fight, not the most exciting fighter in general. That camp isn't producing banger fights, right? They're producing people who want to play the game well. All right, Mateusz Rebecki versus Ludovit Klein. bloody mess this one was, and I don't mean in the British way. I mean blood everywhere. What a mess. Excellent fight from Klein. Rebecki with that classic just forward pressure. He's just getting his face just nailed, right? Ludovit Klein outstrikes him here 25-21. Rebecki with some wider shots. Klein landing a nasty knee to the chest as he entered. Rebecki is just tough as shit. After he's just getting tagged as he's entering with these big looping hooks. And Klein just had the cleaner damage in this first round. Okay. Clearly his round 10-9. But Rebecki is... Oh, yeah, and there was some damage under the left eye of Rebecki. That got worse in the second round. And then at the end of the fight, oh, my God, Rebecki was cut up like he looked like he got shanked in prison. It just... his whole face. Second round, Rebecki with the pressure. And the thing is, okay, I guess... Oh, no, that makes sense. Klein outstrikes him here 38-21. He dropped Rebecki in this round. He wobbled him. I think he wobbled him twice. The second time wasn't as noticeable on the broadcast, but man, Rebecki just does not stop moving forward. You gotta love a fighter like that, regardless of skill level and he knows he's beat. He has one way to victory, and that's getting in on a takedown, which he finally got in the third round. Klein ends up breaking his ankle or severely hurting it in that process of getting taken down, but Klein cut him up from the bottom. Oh, man. Rebecki landed some big, heavy elbows. He did his best to try and get this fight stopped. I don't know if I would give that last round a 10-8 because of the damage that Klein did on the feet and from bottom. I think it was close enough that it could be a 10-9. So I had it 29-28 for Klein. If you gave that last round a 10-8 to Rebecki, I could understand it. I could understand that. Looking at the scorecards, when I heard them, they sounded a little confusing. What the heck? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's why. Ben Cartledge gave the second round a 10-8 for Klein. Okay. Got to have some consistency, guys. If you're going to start doing it, everybody's got to start doing it. You can't have one guy go rogue. And gave that last round a 10-8 to Rebecki. I mean, that's fair, I guess. And then Chris Lee gave it a straight 29-28. And then Tony Weeks. Okay. Yeah, all over the place. I like I said, I scored it for Klein. I thought it was a 29-28 based off of how we're scoring stuff. I thought that's fine. Anyway, yeah, it's a fun fight to watch. Rebecki's a banger. You gotta love a guy who just moves forward regardless. It's fun stuff, man. Yeah, even though he loses, I'll always watch him fight. That's awesome. Valter Walker taking on Louie Sutherland. We are not going to bring up stats for this one. Big right hand appeared to land for Sutherland, but immediately gets taken down. Valter Walker, he looks like he could pass guard, not interested, collects the leg, reaps his leg over, and immediately goes for that outside heel hook and gets it, and that's 4. Count them. 4 heel hooks in a row. 4. Right? The most leg locks in a row was 2 before him, right? I think... that jackass who was ripping people's... Husmar Palhares had 4 total, and Walker has 4 in a row. Now, it is at heavyweight. The skill level is less. I understand that. But that is pretty damn impressive. People have to know what he's going to be going for, and they don't. He does not care. He is going right for that shit. And oh, man, that's impressive stuff. Very cool. Valter Walker is something to watch out for. That's really freaking cool, man. All right. Nathaniel Wood taking on Jose Miguel Delgado. Delgado missing weight by 1 pound. So sloppy, all right? There was weight misses, there was fouling, there was the whole thing was a shit show, all right, from start to finish. I don't know what it is about these Middle East cards, right? It's just like everybody loses their marbles, and they're like, we don't have to follow the rules. I don't know if it's because it's during the day, it's not their usual fight time. I don't know if it's the environment that they're in. I don't know what it is, but it seems like whenever they go to the Middle East, right? But this wasn't in Dubai. This was Saudi Arabia, right? No, UAE. Abu Dhabi. Okay. So it feels like when they go over here, like I think it's Abu Dhabi every time that this happens. It seems like everybody just loses their mind. I have no idea. I'd have to go back and look at every single one to see if there's an uptick in fouls. But so I, on my notes, I color code things. So I have color codes for every foul. And then the fight itself, I color code it to let me know that there was a foul in the fight. And then in my notes during the fight, I have those lines color coded to tell me what they fouled. And there's so many colors going on in this card. It just lots of colors per fight all over the place, and it's just so sloppy. Anyway, Delgado missing weight by 1 pound, and then immediately Delgado kicks him a little on the cup. He kicks him in the nuts again later on with no point deduction, which is absolute horseshit, but it's an accident. Oh, it was unintentional twice. Okay, is it unintentional third time is when you do a point? Is it intentional the first time when you do a point, or intentional twice? Like, what's going on here? Guys, you got to stop doing this. The exchange between them is great. Delgado keeping the pressure on, finding the mark with his harder hooks to start the fight. Here's the thing. Delgado was mixing up his targets. He outstruck him pretty significantly in this round, 68-24. He was just finding the mark more. He dropped him with a right hand, kept the pressure on. He dropped him with a spinning back fist after the head kick. That's what he dropped him with. Wood did not quit on himself, got back up, and Wood actually dropped Delgado later in this round. That's the only reason I did not give this a 10-8. But yeah, this round, banger of a round, real fun. Delgado looked great, and Wood fighting back and not getting a knockdown on his own. That was great. But yeah, Delgado definitely won this one. Second round, Wood's doing a really good job of landing when Delgado opens up, but Delgado just seems to land the harder shots. You're looking at the striking numbers here. Wood landed 36-29. I had this as a close round when it came to damage, as I still felt Delgado was doing it, but Wood was doing a better job of maintaining the center. He was doing a better job of forcing the action. He was the guy pressuring, and when it comes to scoring criteria, if damage is equal or very close and you can't really pick one, then you go to the other ones, and who had octagon control? That was Wood, so that's what I gave it to him. If you gave it to him because you outright think he outdamaged him, I don't know if I agree with that, but I could understand. Either way, we come to the same result. So I have it 19-19 going to the third round, and then Delgado is really giving him issues with just so many attacks. Even when he's backing up, he's just finding the mark, just mixing up the attacks really well. Wood's pressure was starting to give Delgado issues, though, and his sustained offense was starting to put it on. Again, Nathaniel Wood outlanded him 39-37. I thought Wood needed a huge shot or so much offense with the last 30 seconds. I just didn't give it to him. He ended the fight with a takedown, but no real damage for it. I gave Delgado the win here. I gave the cheater the win, and apparently I'm in the wrong, according to these three judges. They all saw the last two rounds for Nathaniel Wood. Again, that's not a robbery in my opinion. I thought that was those were good rounds, so that's fine. But it's just I don't know. I don't think. I think Delgado he earned that one. Nathaniel Wood did great. He did great. I don't think it was a bad call, but I didn't see it that way. Okay, some more sloppiness. Hamdy Abdelwahab versus Chris Barnett. This was sloppy in all kinds of different ways. So sloppy because it's two big fat heavyweights. right? You're always going to get some slop when you see that, whether it's the way that their body moves. Chris Barnett's he's pretty spry for a fat guy. Offspring should do a song like that. Anyway, pretty spry dude. But his pants were falling down, and he's mooning the crowd. Like, his pants were falling down. This Abdelwahab complaining about a glove grab as he's warned about hitting to the back of the head and where he's aiming. Later in the round, he's warned about punching into the back of the head and immediately does it, and he gets a point deduction. And I think this was Mark Goddard. Good stuff. Thank you for taking the point. And then while there was a break going on from the foul, he was constantly warned about going into his corner. I think another point should be deducted or the fight called off because you're you're cheating. I know the corners all do that. You've seen it. Like, I've specifically remember Khabib recently, like, yelling during a break, like, to coaching and then looking up at the referee for when he's looking, and then he, like, shuts up. And then when he looks away, like, he starts yelling, like, nobody knows you're doing that, dude. Of course everybody knows it. Anyway, Abdelwahab just sits on him, and he's looking for a finish. It's just a sloppy fight because Barnett can't get back up. It's a 9-9. Second round, more of the same. That's when Barnett's pants fall down, but and his butt was out. Whatever. 19-17. I gave this a 10-8 round because Barnett did nothing. Last round, you could give it another 10-8. Striking numbers 31-5, got the takedown, lots of control time. Interested in the scorecards. No 10-8s. Oh, yeah, there's one. Mike Bell gave the second round a 10-8. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it's just this sloppy. Like, the freaking, I don't know. Heavyweights are in a bad spot after UFC 321. I'll tell you that. All right, Azat Maksum versus Mitch Raposo. More sloppiness. Maksum missing weight by 3 pounds. That's not even close. That's horrible. That's bad. Like, that's real bad. 3 pounds that's fucking super cheating. God dang. You gonna stay on or off? Just shut it off then, okay? No more blue light. Great right hand from Raposo over the jab to start. Like, he looked great. Maksum finally got a takedown. He gets backed up. Raposo gets back up, but then he suplexes him. This was a fun back and forth type of thing. But not a ton of striking landed. Good, fun grappling. 4-4 for striking numbers. I saw it pretty even when it came to damage, and Maksum had better control, so I gave him that first round, 10-9. Second round, that when they're crashing, right, when they're both coming together with that crash, I think Raposo's landing better in the second round. He's finding the better shots. Maksum was able to land some low kicks, but he was mostly just waiting to either counter or looking for a takedown. But he couldn't find a takedown until later. And then even when he did, he was just holding on to him. So I gave the second round to Raposo. He outstruck him 17-12. That seems about right. And I felt like he did more damage. So I had it 19-19. So it's anybody's fight going in the last round. Maksum getting to the control right away, suplexes, but again, no damage. The suplex wasn't even a big slam suplex. Now it was kind of like he went to the ground relatively soft, and then Raposo gets on top of him, and then Maksum grabs the fence to change position. Holy shit, that was bad. And Rich Mitchell, go on, big guy. That was fantastic. I am so glad that he did what he did. Rich Mitchell, he takes the point and the position away from the guy. Takes the point and the position. That's how this shit should be done. That was some of the best officiating I have seen in a long time. Rich Mitchell, he was explaining his reasoning. He was telling people exactly what he was looking for during the fight without interfering. He wasn't warning them like, oh, watch it. Don't kick him low. Don't kick him low. like Mark Smith used to do. It's refreshing to see this. I hope this kind of thing continues. I hope he is put in a position where he's able to call these fouls more often in more substantial fights to kind of bring a light to how bad this shit really is. And I hope he stirs up some controversy. I hope he starts taking points for everything. Go for it, dude. Start taking a point for every eye poke. Go for it. Hell yeah. Create some controversy. Get people talking about it, because this shit can't keep going. Like, this sport is being ruined by this stuff. It's disgusting. Anyway, Raposo got back in control. Fucked him up. I thought he fucked him up this round. Not a ton of striking, 9-3, but he got like a decent amount of control time, decent striking when he had control, and that point deduction made it a 10-8 round. So I had it 29-27. That is how. No, Ben Cartledge had it 30-26. He actually gave all 3 rounds to Raposo. I don't know about that. I think that first round should have gone to Maksum there, but hey, it be what it be. I disagree. I think that was I think that first round should have been Maksum's. Okay, first fight on the card. Probably nobody watched this one, but that's okay. I did. Mizuki Inoue versus Jaqueline Amorim. Why don't they have her last name here? They just have Mizuki. I mean, that's what I'll call her because it's her last name, or her family name. Mizuki was really controlling the center of the cage, that wide stance, jabbing her way in with that to the right hand, and Amorim was just, she got into control position, didn't do anything with it. And when Mizuki got in control on the ground, she was the one doing the damage. Amorim just looked hesitant. She looked like she just didn't want to open up, like she was afraid to get tired. And later on in the fight, I think we found out why. Mizuki ended the round with big ground and pound, and she took this one for me, 15-12. For striking numbers, I had it 10-9. Second round, Amorim, she was having a hell of a time trying to get it to the ground with control, ends up on bottom, looking for a leg entanglement, but she's taking damage, just bad entries. Even when she gets control, she can't maintain it. Like, she was on the front headlock and couldn't maintain it, ends up on bottom. Just too much time relaxing down there, gets outstruck 12-4. Clearly, Mizuki's round. Last round was the worst. Amorim looking really tired, just horrible takedowns. Mizuki was dealing nasty damage to the body after getting cut from a headbutt, which is pretty much the only damage on Mizuki visibly was from that headbutt. 30-27. Amorim just could not do anything. Saul D'Amato, come on, man. Come on. I mean, he did pick the one round where Amorim did something, so maybe somebody had bets that needed to clear, and it could all be 30-27. All right. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. It means a lot to me. Let me know what you guys thought about the card. Did you watch the prelims at all? What did you guys think about eye pokes? How do you guys feel about missing weight and all these sloppy ass fouls? If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to the channel. That way the next video is coming out. I really appreciate you. All right. Love you guys. Have an amazing week. Peace.